Bitcoin is officially crossed above its previous all-time high right here. The number to beat is now $69,324. This is a history-making moment. Bitcoin has never before crossed its all-time high before a halving event. If all goes to plan, this next bull cycle after that halving event is going to be one of the largest we have ever seen. Absolutely crazy, and we are so excited to see how this plays out. But until then, unfortunately, we may see a little bit of a drop before the next move up. But not to worry, this is actually a great buy opportunity, maybe even the last buy opportunity before the halving event plays out. In this video, we're going to talk about all the data you need to know, including talking about supply crunches. We're going to go over metrics, indicator data, and more. You do not want to miss this, and I want to take you over to the homepage of Trade Confident. My name is Jake, and I'm here to bring you your daily crypto insight. Thanks so much for joining us today, and if you enjoy, please be sure to like and subscribe for more crypto content, education, and analysis. As of today, we are 141 wins, 0 losses in our membership trades. As this next drop happens, we are planning on calling out some scalping trades, so stay tuned for that. And as a heads up, there is a brand new future forecast here. Prepare your exit now as Bitcoin hits new all-time high with no Bitcoin left on exchanges. This is crucial data you cannot afford to miss, and as a heads up, you can actually snag our membership to access all this information at the links in the description down below. More on that later, but for now, we're going to drop down to the Bitcoin metrics to begin our analysis. The Bitcoin emotional index here shows we are in greedy territory, which typically is going to result in moves to the downside. Even excited readings tend to be pretty bearish. We need to be very careful of this. We have reached into greedy, we have reached a new high, and I think we could be seeing moves down at this point. Next up is going to be the Bitcoin whale smart money metric. After massive moves up, whales are likely going to hit short trades. They're going to sell out, take their profit into short trades to make money on the way down. And as they bottom out, of course, they'll exit those short trades and profit to buy back in. The goal of this, of course, is to liquidate some of the traders, the retail traders in the market, steal their liquidity for their own benefit, and make themselves some money. Now, if you're a retail trader, the best strategy is to follow what whales are doing, because whales really are the market makers. And I'm going to prove it to you. Right down here, the whale money flow relative to price chart shows whale money is dropping out of the market. As soon as they did, we saw moves down in price. As soon as we saw moves down here, we saw moves down in price. Moves down here, moves down in price. But something to keep in mind, because we are in a bull market now, any sort of upward movement, even a little bit, has much more impact. We see moves up here. We saw a massive pump in price. Move up here, massive pump in price yet again. So right now, a lot more weight on the bullish side. So if whale money begins moving money back into the market, we can expect continued moves to the upside. However, as long as whale money is moving out of the market, we can expect further drops. They really are the market makers, and this shows you exactly how much their money actually has influence in the crypto market. Now, last but not least is going to be the Bitcoin trade signals chart. Now, after a massive bearish candle like this, as long as it stays bearish, could actually post a sell signal. And I think this time around, it could be at least a temporary top before we see a drop, a higher low formation before the next move up. Because we have such bearish signals from the metrics and the indicators, which I'll show you in just a minute, honestly, I think we could expect moves down upon the posting of a sell signal. Now, as this plays out, if you're a Bitcoin trader, you need to be paying attention to these metrics every single day. They update every day at 8 a.m. Pacific time, and members get access to our Bitcoin metrics along with metrics across all 20 coins on our website. As a member, you can access our crucial future forecast video. The Trade Confident account is now very nearly at $1 million as of yesterday, and that's all thanks to the actions we show in the future forecast. And of course, over the last 12 months, we are 141 wins, 0 losses, and as a member, you can join our trade setups, and you're going to get many more benefits too. So if you want to join us, links are going to be in the description down below. Go ahead and scroll down, click more. The membership is the very first link. Click that. It's going to bring you to our membership page. You're going to go ahead and scroll down. The full access membership is what you're looking for, but heads up, $65 a month is coming April 20th. Price increases are coming. Don't miss out on our new new lower price. It's going to give you everything I just showed you and more. Go ahead and click subscribe now, follow the prompts, and we are so excited to trade with you soon. The first thing that I want to talk to you about today in the live metrics is actually from CoinGlass. This is going to be the liquidation heat map, and what you're seeing here is the price of Bitcoin over the last week. You're going to see a massive drop down here. But more importantly, we need to watch this target right here. There is a ton of money above $60,000. As you can see, if we go up to this yellow line, we see at the price of $61,326, there is about $631.54 million worth of liquidation leverage. What this means is the price is likely to magnetize down to this level. It's very common that we see this happen. You can see back here, we saw a major level of liquidation. The price dropped to that level. However, we need to be very careful because if the price drops below this, this is actually going to liquidate a ton of money. I'm talking hundreds of millions, in fact, hundreds of millions of dollars. If whales drop the price below that, it's going to be catastrophic, and we would likely see moves as far down as $50,000, which is the next highest level of liquidation. We do not need to worry about that quite yet. I think it's actually much more likely that we're going to bounce off of that point. $60,000 is the lowest that I think this drop could go. And to support this further, we're going to go back to the live charts. Right here, we're looking at Bitcoin USD on the one-day time frame. Trading with the Trade Confident indicators, TC top and bottom finder, price versus while money flow, and trades in favor. Now, I've mocked up current structure support at $60,000 where that liquidation data sits. We had previously crossed above that, and we consolidated for a little bit between $60,000 and $65,000 before breaking up to our current price. Today's candle did attempt to break below $65,000, but so far has been unsuccessful. Now, over the next couple of days, I think it's likely we could actually trade between $65,000 and $69,300 before we actually eventually break to the upside. Just as we saw back here, just a little bit of consolidation before the break, consolidation before the break. Very, very consistent how that happens. Now, there is very likely going to be some volatility. We could easily drop down to the $60,000 level, and I want to show you why that is. The next chart that you're looking at here is the Bitcoin US dollar index on the 1 week time frame. This is the entire history of Bitcoin's life cycle. And I want to show you some important data. We're going to go to the third halving event right here. What you're going to see is the previous all-time high. At that point, the top was around $20,000. Could you imagine Bitcoin being topped out at $20,000? We have no idea what could have happened at that point. But what you're going to notice is the price dropped, wiggled around quite a bit. But as we retested the previous all-time high back here, we're going to zoom in a little bit. We saw a ton of volatility. Over the period of a month, we saw moves up, then we saw massive drops. Move up, massive drops before we finally broke to the upside. Let's actually check out how much these drops were. From the top to the bottom was about 16%. Same thing right about here. It was probably around 8 to 10%, but we saw massive volatility at that point. Now let's go back down to the second halving event. This was even more volatile. From the top, we went all the way down to the bottom as we retested that previous structure resistance, that previous all-time high at $1,000. Again, imagine that. We tried to retest it. We dropped down like crazy. We actually did retest it. We dropped down massively. Let's check out how much this drop was actually from the top to that bottom. Was about 30%, 28.5% drop. Absolutely insane. And then after that, then and only then did we actually break to the upside. Now, what this is going to tell us as we move all the way back here, we're actively retesting resistance here. We have all the way down until the $50,000 line. I highly doubt we're going to break below that. In fact, I highly doubt we're going to break below the $60,000 line right about here. But we need to be watching for some volatility over the next couple of weeks. It could actually be a while before we officially break the $69,000 resistance and really move on to the next all-time high, which would actually put us right at April 20th, the expected halving date. Let's actually talk about the halving event here. Why is it so important? Well, currently 900 new Bitcoins are mined every single day. Upon the halving event, the reward for mining a Bitcoin block drops in half, and this tells us the Bitcoin rewards are going to drop down to the point where only about 450 Bitcoin are going to be mined on a daily basis. Now, BlackRock, a single ETF, that's not counting the 19 total ETFs, just BlackRock itself, by itself, I want to put a lot of emphasis on that, by itself is mining 6,266 Bitcoin a day. I want to take out a calculator real quick. And what you're going to see here is 6,266 divided by 900. BlackRock by itself mines nearly 7 times the amount of Bitcoin produced daily. And upon the halving event, once the rewards are cut in half, we're going to divide this by 450. This brings us to 13.92 times the amount of Bitcoin produced on a daily basis. This is going to create a massive supply crunch, which historically has sent the price flying upwards. It's been the beginning of the parabolic movements of Bitcoin. And this is already parabolic, so imagine what that sort of supply crunch will do. The law of supply and demand says that as demand increases and as supply itself decreases, price should increase as well. So we're very excited about that. But at this point, we also need to pay attention to the fact we have whale money moving out of the market actively. We have an 88% chance of a drop as we test resistance. And this is, of course, creating moves down. A sell signal is likely to post here, and all three of these signals typically result in moves down. As I showed you from the liquidation map, I think $60,000 is the absolute bottom we could see. Fantastic buy opportunity in order to buy that dip. In order to find the official bottom, what I'd like to see is whale money low. I want to see trades in favor low and a buy signal as we test structure support. All three of these most often will result in significant moves up. We saw price versus whale money flow low here. We saw trades in favor low here, and that resulted in moves up. Price versus whale money flow low, trades in favor low with buy signals, saw crazy moves up as well. This is how we predict the market every single day. We've got bearish readings at this point. Moves down should result in bullish readings where we can buy the dip. And it's not just Bitcoin. We have a ton of different coins that could be seeing a bottom at this point. Bitcoin is our main focus for today, and we are seeing bearish sentiment. But rather than being scared, worried about a massive drop, we're just going to see this as the next and possibly last buy opportunity before we see the halving event take place, before Bitcoin really gets going. As this plays out, you're going to want to pay very close attention to the indicators today, and I can help you snag them for up to $550 off right now. Check this out. Once again, the links are in the description. It's going to be the second link. Click the indicator page. We're going to scroll down. Members get a massive $150 off. It's actually much cheaper to purchase with a membership than it is without one. Access the coupon code at this link. Click Pro Indicator Pack. Go ahead and scroll down, click I want this, throw in that membership code, fill in your information, click pay. It's going to offer you the TC top and bottom finder for $400 off, giving you a total $550 discount. Easy as that. Go and click add to cart, follow the prompts, and we are so excited to trade with you soon. With that, I just want to say thank you so much for watching. Remember, trade safe, trade confident, and I will see you in the membership for today's future forecast video. Don't miss it.